if one database is hacked, then your identity could be stolen. I remember there's a recent event that happened where some user, like for a company, the customers' details were leaked. Okay, so there's a hacker who hacked this company, and then this company had their whole database of their customers. They have their bank accounts there, they have their names, their passwords, their location, their home locations. So it's very easy for your identity to be stolen if someone did hack, because people do identity theft. And also, you don't control your own data sometimes, because most of the time, like companies will have all this information, meaning it's not you who is controlling it. So we really need to just like trust them. Like, okay, I trust you, Google. Yes, you can have access to my data. And then, yeah, like I'm trusting you to have access to my data. Okay. So now how does blockchain improve? Like we've seen the dangers out there. So blockchain creates something called self-sovereign identity, It's just where you own and control your data. All right, definitely I will do a summary. Yeah, for those that joined in late. Okay. So you own and control your identity. You are the one who's got access to your information. You're able to control what information they can see and for how long they can see it. So it's like you have a digital ID wallet on your phone, but it's much more secure. So imagine you're applying for a job, right? And then you obviously have to submit your ID, you have to submit your degree and all other certifications that you have. So the employer obviously needs to have them to verify, like, okay, yeah, you did go to the school, you have these qualifications. With blockchain, your university, because remember in education, the schools and universities have these digital certificates that they release, right? That they issue. So your university already has this digital issue on blockchain. And then the government, okay, issued your digital ID on blockchain. So you simply just share verified proof with the employer, like, okay, so this is the proof. This is me. So the employer can instantly verify that everything's authentic. There are no fake certificates, and you don't have to like go through all these long processes. Yeah. So this means there is better security, like your identity data it's very difficult to tamper with your identity information because, it's on blockchain. Remember, blockchain is transparent. It shows any simple change. So hackers cannot easily change or fake your information. It's also like more private. So instead of showing your ID to say, hey, I'm actually above 18 years old, I'm actually an adult, your digital ID is going to show that, okay, this person is over 18, over the age of 18. So it protects your personal information. They're not going to know how old you are, like right there. It's just going to show, okay, this person does qualify for this. Yeah. And it just keeps us safe. Like it just makes it safe for us to put our data out there on the internet. So that's about blockchain in digital identity. Okay. All right. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. So before I do a summary, are there any questions that you would like to ask?
All right.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead. Sorry.
Mom, go first. Mom, go first. Go first.
Yeah, I wanted to like I don't know if you can maybe emphasize on how blockchain actually works in digital IDs, like how they can actually like how they can prove to a company that maybe let's say you're 18, how they can actually like prove to a company or an institution that needs your information, how they can prove that you're 18 without actually like revealing your other informations.
Okay, all right. So you want to understand. So, because you know how you remember the educate like at school, your university has got your data, right? You have done this program, and they have your data, like what program you've done, and they've issued this digital certificate. And then also remember at the hospital, you have all this information, like they have information about your date of birth and you know like other data about you, and then also the government, because the government needs to issue an ID, you know, the national registration cards that we get to show that you're a citizen of this country. So you have that data, so they're going to issue, instead of us getting these actual hard copy IDs, they issue a digital ID. So they'll give it to you. They're going to give you the number, they're going to give you everything. So because you're above 18, when your employer, like the person who's employing you, goes to check in the system, because you know everything is kind of interlinked. So they check in the system using the details that are on your digital ID. It's going to show that, okay, this person is above 18. Because remember, you also control how much data you want like institutions to have, or how much data you want to put out there. So if you decide, I don't want people to know my age, I want it to just be showing I'm above 18, then it's going to be showing I'm above 18. Okay. So remember, you get a digital ID from government that has got your number and anything that can help wherever you go, like anything that can help the person wherever you go to track and have access to your data, then it's going to be able to show them that, okay, this person is above 18 and, you know, these are the details about them. I don't know if that's clear.
I understand that, but I actually want to know like how does that work? Like how does it work? How is the blockchain? Like how can the blockchain be able to do that? Like how can they prove that without revealing your other informations?
Okay. All right. I get your question. All right. So how blockchain proves that you are, so you want it to just show your age, like nothing else? Is that your question?
Okay, let me put the question this way. How can blockchain prove, like let's say let me use the case of you talked about 18. How can blockchain prove to an institution, let's say you want to like verify something and then these people want to like they just want to know if you're above 18. How can blockchain prove to that institution that okay, this person is 18? Like what's the tech behind that? Like this person is 18 without revealing your other informations to them, or without revealing your other information to them, they just get to like improve. Because yeah, I think maybe there is a system, because maybe those people maybe the institution will want to like see something that maybe they have to like show them something. I don't know if I don't know if you're understanding me or something like
Okay.
that.
Yes, yes, no, I do understand now. Yeah, so you mean like the technology aspect, right? Okay. So what happens is, so because you don't want to reveal any other data about yourself, like you just want to prove, hey, I'm above 18. So what happens is that there's digital credentials, and also that's where cryptography comes in. But then that's also another lesson which are going to learn in the following days to come. Yeah, in this bootcamp. So digital credentials and cryptography. So it's going to do something called zero knowledge proof. And that's where it's going to say, like it's going to select exactly what you're going to, what you select to, for people to know. So instead of, going like, hey, this is my ID, but then I'm going to hide like, my date of birth, the system can verify, okay? So you have to tell the system to say, I can prove, sorry, you have to tell the system that I'm above 18, the system. So when the system is going to verify that claim without seeing your actual date, because you yourself, you have provided a statement saying, I just want it to show that I'm above 18. So it's just, you have to go to the system, and that's where the digital credentials and cryptography comes in. And then once your birth date is verified, then they're going to, they're going to give you a digital credential because they have verified. So the credential is cryptographically locked because you're using those technologies. I kind of feel like, anyways, you get to understand when you're doing the cryptography lesson, but your date, like your actual date of birth, becomes a secure digital structure, and it's linked to blockchain using the hash, which was the hash and a digital signature. So it becomes tamper-proof, verifiable, and not openly readable by strangers, because you yourself are going to make a statement using cryptography to show that you are above 18. Yeah. Okay. I know someone else wanted to ask a question.
Yes. All right. So I think Bamboo has done justice to my first question, how the whole identity works. But my second question is, you talked about cryptocurrency in terms of land, like verifying. Okay, in terms of real estate, verifying that someone else have not bought the land that you're about to buy. So I know there's the whole tech behind that. Well, I really wanted to know, are there like already existing block products that does this? Because from part of Nigeria where I came from, this is a really big problem. It's a part of Enugu state. People do this a lot. They can sell like two or three lands and to one person, and they can sell one land to like three persons, and then it becomes a problem at, at the long run. So I want to know, like, yeah, are they already like any like examples of some of these products, so that we can be able to like check them out? I don't know. Have they been in?
Okay, that's a very good question. Thank you. So how it works with like real estate, how blockchain works with real estate is, how we have like what do you call this? Hard copy papers. Yeah, hard copy paper deeds. And then we also have like land registries at the government. So yeah, they have recorded like who owns like what property. But then for you to be able to get access to that information, it's very difficult. But through blockchain, the property ownership is recorded on a blockchain. So the house can have a digital ownership record, which is called a tokenized asset. So that's where like tokens come in. And that record shows who owns the property, the purchase history, like, when was this bought? Who was it transferred to? Are there any restrictions? Like, this is a system, a digital system that has everything, like all the records. So it just has to be adapted, by people. Instead of doing it traditionally by using the paper the paper land, what do you call them? The paper deeds. Yeah, instead of using the paper deeds, you're going to use a digital system. So yeah, at least it's going to lessen the situations where people buy the same land from, like where 5 people buy the same land from one person, because you're going to be able to see from that system that, this is the person who owns this land, and this is the history. So it will be very difficult for a person to sell you land that is not theirs, because you are able to verify in the system. Okay, so a property can be turned into a digital token, like a digital certificate of ownership. Instead of having that hard copy paper of the land, you're going to have a digital certificate of ownership. So it's going to be showing, like who owns that piece of land. Okay, is that, I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, I think you did, but I don't know, are they already existing products like this? Like, are they ones that have already been built?
Sorry, kindly repeat your question.
Okay, sorry, I said, like, are there existing products that are like this? Like, are there existing blockchain products that are like this?
Oh, yeah, of course, like through blockchain, yes. It's just that, at the time that we're in, blockchain technology is a new technology that people are trying to like learn about. So it hasn't really been accepted by a lot of people, or a lot of people are not really diving into it. That's why, we are even having such boot camps for people to be able to understand what blockchain and Web3 is all about and how it can benefit people. So systems are there. It's just that we, like a lot of people, need awareness about these systems, because it's going to really benefit each and everyone. Yeah. So the systems are there. We just need to do more awareness and help people see the benefits of blockchain. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I I hope I wasn't moving too fast for everyone. So if we're all clear, may I get a thumbs up? All right, great. Thank you so much. So this is my name, Walia Nonde. This is my email address, my LinkedIn profile, and my Twitter handle. Oh, and kindly just type in your names in the chat so that, the summary. Thank you so much. So kindly just type in your names in the chat so that I can mark attendance for the people who've joined in today as I do the summary. Okay. So today we have learned that blockchain is a secure digital record-keeping system that stores information in connected blocks across many computers. So because the information is shared and protected using hashing and decentralization, it is difficult to change or tamper with, making blockchain a trustworthy technology. So we looked at the practical uses of blockchain in finance and banking. We learned that It's used for digital payments, for money transfers, and smart contracts. And then we also learned that it's used in supply chain management for tracking products and preventing counterfeit goods. We also learned that it's used in healthcare for securely storing and sharing medical records. Then in education, it's for issuing and verifying certificates and qualifications. Then when it comes to voting systems, it's used for improving election transparency and security. And then we also looked at how it's used in real estate. So we saw that it's used for managing property ownership records and reducing, fraud, like land fraud. Then when it comes to digital identity, it gives individuals secure control over their personal information and credentials. So one important takeaway is that blockchain can help solve real-world problems by improving security. Okay, transparency. It's very transparent. You're able to trust it, and it's efficient because it's very difficult to alter data in a blockchain. And then we also so we also saw that it's going to make our lives simple, like more simple and easier when we implement blockchain in these different industries, because we're going to be able to trust the system. We're going to be able to protect ourselves online. People won't, steal our data. We're going to control how much data people can have, like on these sites that we visit. So blockchain is a tool, okay, that can transform how we store, share, and trust information in the digital world. And, through this bootcamp, we're learning how we can use it every day at home. And, you guys are the ones who are going to also contribute to creating systems that people can use to make the internet a safer place out there, and to also just make life easier through blockchain. So that was our lesson today. So we have learned, I did a recap on what blockchain is, okay? And then we've also learned the different uses of blockchain in different industries. So, anybody to give me like some points that they have learned today? Anything else? I would like to hear from you guys now. Like, what are some of the few things that you have learned from today's lesson?
Okay, all right. Good evening. One of the most important points I learned from this is the fact that blockchain can be used to track systems, including in municipal management, right? For knowing how many people the lands and all. That has been a problem for a very long time. But knowing the fact now that blockchain can be used so that something to take away. Then for the fact that you can use blockchain in educational system to prevent false certification, voting processes are good, manage the SUG, that their process of election is free and fair because of they have a transparent process called using blockchain and make everything you are sure that it's the result that there's getting from this is something that I will take on to. Thank you very much, Yolanda.
Thank you so much for that. I'm really happy to hear that, people are paying attention to the lesson and being able to understand. Thank you so much. Anybody else would like to go next?
Thank you very much. I actually understand that in the case of supply chain management, the blockchain can actually help the local farmer put their products out there, and then they keep track of their products let's say example, like let's say the local farmer, they don't have to like worry about let's say when they put their product out there, they don't have to like worry about maybe their goods are missing or something is missing, or maybe like a particular this thing doesn't come back, a particular revenue doesn't come back to them. They can actually like keep everything in track, and then ensure that everything like gets back to them, and then they get back actually what they put out there. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much, Bamboo, for that contribution. Thank you. Anybody else would like to go next?
The fact that with blockchain, all my details and everything is secured is another part that I'm really, really excited to hear about. And also, for digital management and all those talks that you made mention of, like international, to gain international space now, like if I want to be internationally inclined now, doesn't have to reveal all my identity, but still it gives me an edge in the international space, applying for something. I really love that part very well.
Thank you so much. Yes, we get to be safe on the digital space. Thank you. Who else would like to go next? Okay. Then if we're all good, may I get a thumbs up before I go to the assessment? All right. So there's this assessment that I prepared. It's just to see, like what we learned from today's lesson. I'm going to share this PowerPoint in the group so that we can be able to see, like, have access to the material that I was teaching today. So there's this Google Form link here, uses of blockchain assessment. So you click on it, and then you're going to fill it in. Okay, yeah, then you're going to fill it in, and then, yeah, so I just want to like assess if it was easy to understand and, some of the things that we got. But from the comments, I have seen that we were paying attention and we've gotten some good points, and that's really encouraging for me. So that's great. Yeah, so I'm going to share this PowerPoint in the group. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining in for today's class. It's been great. I love the questions. I love the contributions. Yeah. And all the best with the rest of the bootcamp.
Hello. Please.
Hello.
Yeah, the assessment, I didn't understand what we must do in the assessment.
Okay, so there is okay, I guess I can even just send the link. It's just a short quiz, really. It's just a short quiz with a few questions. Yeah. So I can send I'll send the link in the group, and then you can just fill it in.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just a few questions based on today's lesson. You're welcome.
Oh no.
All right, everyone. You have a good evening. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.